is Johnny Grube, wildmantraining.com. I want to tell you a little bit about what changed me from being a weightlifter to training body weight. At one point at my heaviest, I was 240 pounds at my heaviest, but I usually hovered around 220, 235 pounds, somewhere around them numbers. At the time, I had a 21-inch neck and 18.5-inch arms, which is pretty big. Now, at the time, I was push pressing off a rack, 285 pounds, which means I was taking it off the rack and pushing it up overhead. Now, that's a lot of weight, at least it was for me. Now, in 1994, I decided I wanted to join and enter the Toughman contest. It was in New York City. Now, before that time, I never really had boxing gloves on. I used bag gloves for a heavy bag, and I was a martial arts on and on my whole life. But at 220 pounds, when I fought in the Toughman, I figured, I'll give it a shot. What the hell? I took 3 goons with me. 2 were 6'4" and over 250 pounds, and my other buddy was 6'1", 220. And I was the one fighting in the Toughman. So, the Toughman contest, the rules were, the weight class was 175 pounds to 400. That was it. One weight class, that was it. If you were 175, you might be fighting a 400 pounder. Pretty tough. But, a lot of people may not believe it, but here's a 1994. That's a 1994, I'll try to get it back here. And my name, let's see if I can get it a little closer there. Mr. Obnoxious, John Grube, 220 pounds, from Gloucester City, New Jersey. So anyhow, I figured I'd join that and try it, see what happens. They were the longest 3 1-minute rounds of my entire life. How was I to know that holding 16-ounce gloves up for 3 1-minute rounds was going to change my life? It went like this. The first 2 rounds I threw and threw and threw. I won the first 2 rounds. The third round, I couldn't even pick my hands up. I was getting teed off on. I was fighting a guy who was probably about I think he was 235 pounds, and he was pounding me in the face and head. Now my buddies were with me. The guys I worked with, big guys. If I would have fell, I'd never heard the end of it. I couldn't have went back to work. So I stood there and I took a beat, and I had knots on my head. I go home. I was hurt, and I never felt so bad in my life. I couldn't breathe. I felt like shit. I was like, I gotta find a different way. This is absolutely useless. This did nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. After all the time I hit heavy bags and stuff, this weightlifting did nothing for me. So I went downstairs, and on the table I had Black Belt magazine. I opened it up, and I know you all heard of this guy if you're in the bodyweight training. It's Matt Furey. He had combat conditioning in there. I see that. It's the first time I've seen anything with bodyweight training. Now, when I was younger, I did a lot of bodyweight training. I did a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, climbing trees, sprints. I did it when I was a kid growing up until I got into the 80s and found magazines only on bodybuilding and powerlifting. Muscle and Fitness, Ironman, Strength and Health were pretty much all it was out there. At least that I had access to. So that's what I learned from. So I thought everybody was going to get big, and that's the way it was. And that's physical fitness, is to be as big and as strong as you possibly could. Or be a bodybuilder. I didn't want to be a bodybuilder, so I wanted to be as big and strong as I possibly could. I was 145 pounds in high school. So I seen Matt Furey's combat conditioning, and I said, you know what, I'm ordering it. I ordered it right away. I got it. It had a lot of exercises in there, some I'd never seen before, and a few workouts. 5 months, I changed my diet, and I went to straight bodyweight exercise. I lost 85 pounds in about 5 months, which is a lot of weight to drop. But I dramatically changed it. I didn't crash out. I just went almost vegetarian and lean meats. And I lost it quick. And that's something I want to tell people, is like when they break certain guys' balls about putting out a program like Matt Furey or some other people out there that put programs out. If I would have known what combat conditioning, if I would have known what that would have started me into, money would have been no object. I had paid $500 for that information. I mean, come on, $500? I don't ever have to go to the gym again. That was years and years ago. I haven't been to a gym in since that time. I haven't lifted weights really since that time. My body's changed, man. I tell you what, my whole life has changed. Matt Furey actually changed my life, and I'm going to tell you right now, I've never given him a testimonial. I've never called him. I've never even emailed him. Okay? I don't buy all his products. I do buy ones that, I think that I might like, and I don't feel like I've ever been cheated. And there's other people out there that put good stuff out there, and I probably bought it. I buy and I buy and I buy, because I'll tell you what, man, what I learned from one guy, I learned from another. And if I can learn one thing out of one of these guys' books, something I didn't know, to me it was worth it. And I'll tell you what, man, there's a lot of books out there that will change your life if you just use them. So you can't go breaking somebody's balls if you don't use their program. You can't break their balls because they want to charge $30 for a book. If it changed your life, it's worth $30. If it can change your health, your finances, it's worth it. People out there trying to do it all the time, but then you get people on forums out there trying to break your balls saying, hey, guess what? This guy's a scam. This guy's a fraud. This guy just wants to steal money from you. This guy he charges too much. Well, guess what? You don't have to buy it. Just move on. Just move on. Find something else. People that want free also don't do anything. You get free, I guarantee you don't do nothing. And these guys, I believe, and like I said, I've read hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books, and I'll show you my library in one of these videos. I will show you my library, and you will know that I buy whatever I need to buy. I'll buy a less car, I'll buy a lesser home, but I'll continue to keep buying things that I think is going to improve my life. Now, improve my life, because I've done a lot of things that I could never do as a weightlifter. I lost 85 pounds. My mental health is better. I'm fitter than I've ever been. I do things now that when I was in shape I couldn't do. And like I said, I'm a lot older now than I was, obviously. But coming from the Tough Man in 1994 at 220 pounds to where I'm at now, about 150, around 150, 160. I love it. And it took me a long time, man, to get away from that ego of that being a big guy, being a huge, huge guy and losing the arm size and everything, because, I was so used to looking intimidating, walking around as tall as I was, at 5'7", whatever it was, 220, 230 pounds, people just cleared the path. Now it doesn't matter, It doesn't matter. I still don't have any problems, but that's what I wanted to tell you, is that change is good. You don't always have to follow the masses, and I don't follow. I went with a select few. I still do my own thing, but I still read religiously. Matter of fact, I preach physical fitness and health, kind of like people preach the Bible. And I'll tell you what, you want people to stay away from you? Yeah, you don't have to preach the Bible. Preach health and fitness to some people. That's an amazing thing. You'll never see them people again. You think you're a Jehovah's Witness coming up to their door or something. Oh, you won't see anybody in town. You go, talk to people a couple of times. People that are out for a walk or out running or something. Just talk to them. You'll never see them again. They'll avoid you at all costs. It's amazing. People don't care. People don't want to know. But you can't go out there and give people a hard time just because they want to charge money. You got people out there wanting to sell business plans. Guess what? A lot of these people made a ton of money. What? Wouldn't it? If you got one idea, it made you $10,000, made you $100. Cost you $50, you made made $50. To me, it's worth it. So that's what I'm saying. So don't be afraid to try different things. Don't be afraid to get away from the weights, or hey, if the weights work for you, that's fine. But do your thing. Find things that work for you. Don't piss and moan about prices and things like that and getting on forums and complaining because of the price of something, or because you think somebody's a scam artist. Like I said, I haven't found too many people out there who are scam artists, and I bet you, and for the most part, I don't know too many people that have bought more than I have. And I'm talking, I've bought tons and tons of things. And like I said, if I'd have thought Matt Furey's combat conditioning would have done that for me, I would have paid anything for it. And like I said, I've never given him a testimonial, I've never emailed, I've never talked to him on the phone, never tried. Don't care. I mean, if he wants to talk to me, or he sees this on YouTube, hey. But that's not the way I am. I'm not somebody that goes around and wants to hang out with you and be your buddy and things like that. I bought it from him. I'll continue to buy from him as long as he keeps putting out information that will help me, or I get some ideas, or these other people out here. I buy a lot of stuff from a lot of people out there. There's a lot of good people out there on the web. So, just remember, when you're out there and you're trying to find something to do, trying to get more fit, trying to get healthier, trying to eat a little better, there's people out there that got the answers. Just don't be too quick as to dismiss it. Look at it a couple times, try it 2 times, and throw it aside and say, hey, guess what? It didn't work. No, you didn't work. You didn't work. The people didn't work. You know, that's why you always hear people complain, oh, it didn't work for me, it didn't work for me. Oh, I feel like shit, my legs hurt, my back hurts, yeah, it's probably because you got that big ass stomach hanging over your belt. Hey, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much what the way it is. So, that's what I'm saying today, and I'll see what I got next week or tomorrow. I seem to have a lot to say anymore, so I'll talk to you.